You know, you could at least come down and help me clean this up.
Now, Freaky is a 2020 supernatural horror comedy that tells the story of a teenage girl who becomes the target of the town's infamous serial killer. Now, when he attacks her using his newfound blade, instead of killing her, their spirits switch, giving both of them different bodies. It now becomes a race against time to make things right before the serial killer butchers unsuspecting teenagers while posing as a 17-year-old blonde. So, why should you watch this movie? Reason number 1, Freaky Friday.
To be inside each other. Old! I beg your pardon?
Now, it's no secret that this movie is a retelling of the book, musical, and movie Freaky Friday, where a young girl and her mother, who are always arguing, switch bodies, and they must learn to walk in each other's shoes.
I wish I could switch places with her for just one day.
Now, the entire concept is sort of a sermon that teaches you it's never easy to live in someone's life, no matter how much you may think you know them. I mean, it's meant to teach their readers and audience that the perspectives matter and that they shouldn't be easily discounted. Reason number 2, The Butcher. Now, in this movie, the Blissfield Butcher takes the place of sort of like Jason Voorhees, where his story and murders are believed to be an urban legend. But he soon strikes by killing a group of teens, and his name is now part of the public consciousness and no longer mythical. But when he breaks into a mansion and kills off some teenagers, he also steals an ancient dagger. Now, believing he got himself a sweet new weapon, his life is about to change forever. Reason number 3, Millie.
Seems a little weird to miss out on a seminal high school experience to go see shit regional theater with your mom.
Now, 17-year-old Millie Kessler is a student attending Blissfield Valley High School. Now, after the loss of her father, she and her mom has developed a sort of codependent relationship, one that doesn't allow Millie any time to form a life outside of the home.
You have a date for homecoming tomorrow?
I'm not going. She has a date with me.
Now, this, along with constant bullying at school, makes life fairly difficult for Millie.
Only beaver nobody would touch!
But after a football game, while waiting on her mom to come and pick her up, Millie is chased and attacked by the butcher. But when he stabs her with his new dagger, their spirits, their souls switch, thus causing her to live in his body and him to live in hers. Reason number 4, Blissfield, we have a problem.
The fuck?
So the majority of this movie revolves around Millie, who's living in the body of the butcher while trying to convince her friends that she is who she says she is, all the while trying to stop the butcher who's posing as her from killing her friends and classmates. Yeah.
Are you sure this is safe?
No.
But in the meantime, Millie must learn how to navigate life as a 6'5" man who at the sight of her creeps people out.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
It's you! It's him!
And on the flip side, the butcher must also learn to navigate life as an attractive 17-year-old blonde who gets hit on by guys and at the same time gets bullied by others. So how will each person handle the challenge? For the butcher, he has a lot of opportunity to seduce young boys and gain the trust of girls, all to murder them.
Yes, as that takes me. Where?
Someplace private.
Reason number 5, Manhunt. Now, while trying to hunt down the butcher who's living in her body, life gets really difficult for Millie as there's a full-on manhunt for the butcher. Now, since she's in his body, the people who she comes in contact with are either trying to call the cops or attack her to kill her.
Not trying to hurt you, okay? If I was, would I drop my weapon? I'm your friend.
Now living as this giant of a man, she must learn when to use discretion and when to use her sheer strength that she's been given. But the problem for her is that bodies keep turning up and no one is willing to listen to her side of an already unbelievable story.
Madeline, don't freak out. Guys!
Now in the end, Freaky is a thrill ride. This movie takes the Freaky Friday concept and mixes it with a slasher movie. That alone makes it an interesting take on the plot.
You know, do I look like a girl? Girl? Yeah. You know, like 5'5", very petite, blonde.
But then you have this comedic timing with Catherine Newton, who's 5'5", must play a menacing serial killer.
Such a crafty beaver.
Your touch makes this pussy drier than sandpaper, you fucking monkey.
And then there's Vince Vaughn, who must play a teenage girl. And that balancing act is really fun.
This is ridiculous. You guys got to see this. This is like a floppy anteater.
But let's not forget, this is still a horror movie. And there are some insane kills in here. I mean, people die in really bad ways. And the fact that the filmmakers didn't lose sight of that makes Freaky a highly recommended movie. And until next time, when CEDtalks horror.